Hello everyone, today we will talk about the transit of the Moon. The transiting Moon is in opposition to natal Venus. How the transiting Moon will behave in opposition to the natal Venus depends on the position of the natal Venus. This transit may be more prominent in your life if you already have planets in aspect to your natal Venus. But the basics are as follows. When the transiting Moon is in opposition to your natal Venus, emotions rise like a tide, bringing to the surface desires and insecurities that have remained below the surface. Your need for company increases and you should feel full of love and affection if you are in the company of many people, but you will only enjoy being with those who are not looking for only superficial pleasures. Depending on the position and strength of the Moon, you will strongly feel the emotional undercurrent vibrations of your relationships, which will create tension in your relationships. Even if there was no tension before, the Moon absorbs all surface feelings, so even the slightest tension will cause friction between what you feel deep inside and what you are currently absorbing in your relationships. In these few hours, people will find it more difficult to enjoy life because even minor problems will cause a feeling of being stuck. This transit is a period of irritability and family struggles. When this happens, people tend to procrastinate and reveal some of their hidden feelings that should cause conflicts with others. It is also very likely that you will then be attracted to those who are not compatible with you in any way, and you will also be very easily sensitive to insults. However, this tension in relationships, both family and partner, makes it difficult to share warmth and tenderness, and your affection will certainly not be reciprocated now. Differences between relationships will become more obvious and problematic, and these differences will include feelings, needs, expectations, and the amount of love and affection given and received. You will seek depth in your interactions and will not be satisfied with superficial chatter, and the depth you currently crave will lead to meaningful and transformative experiences. This celestial dance invites you to face what is truly important in your relationships and self-esteem. If you are single when this transit occurs, you will suddenly want a romantic relationship much more than you did before the transit, and you will be tempted to settle for the next person who comes along, but that will certainly not be in your best interest. If you are in a relationship where your needs are not being met, the lack of affection in your relationship will become more apparent when the Moon and Venus opposition transit occurs. Either way, any relationship dynamics you may have neglected to notice that were out of balance will now become apparent, and possessiveness, jealousy, insecurity, and boredom become possible, especially if the relationship is not fulfilling or based on true, mutual love. As we have already mentioned, you will face unexpected conflicts with partners or loved ones, which will force you to reevaluate relationships that have become complacent. Your feelings will be projected onto loved ones, and you will feel all the things that prevent you from feeling good in their company. Awareness of such tendencies will help you avoid their worst manifestations and will create the awareness necessary to outgrow them. If you feel the need to talk to your partner about your emotional needs not being met, make sure to do so in a way that is dialogue-based, rather than becoming one-sided in accusing the other. Today you have the opportunity to gain insight into how your inner feelings are projected into your relationships, and listening to feedback from others about your own behavior will help you gain clarity. So instead of experiencing this as turmoil, accept it as an opportunity to improve intimacy through vulnerability. Honesty will surely heal where superficiality has hidden. The transit Moon in opposition to Venus actually shows you something useful about how to deal with the gap between your inner world and your relationships. So practice self-care and truly try to love yourself. Turn your desire for love and affection inward and give yourself the care you deserve. Conscious practices like meditation or light exercise can help you stay grounded and present. We experience a transit moon in opposition to natal Venus every month. The transit itself is very good for long baths, lying on the couch watching a romantic thriller, or simply doing nothing for these few hours, just thinking about what you feel. This is how you will best avoid conflicts and notice less discomfort. Although the moon will give you a desire to create fairness and promote justice, and you will find that you have a low tolerance for conflict and drama, it is best to explore alternative ways to satisfy your need for comfort and pleasure that do not involve excessive enjoyment. Either way, it's crucial to remember that while tensions cause conflict, they also illuminate pathways for greater understanding and connection in all of life's relationships, both with others and within yourself.